hero that's been first banned, first picked every game.
They got Kunkka and Alchemist
and
Coddle. What is Liquid just trying to give them all the best heroes of the patch right now?
It sounds like just a recipe for some unkillable cores, yeah, on an easy side.
This is questionable.
Who do you guys think is going to be? You think this is an Abed Kunkka or will it be
Ramsey's? I think it's Ramsey's Kunkka.
The offlane? Okay.
Yeah, Ramsey's played at least one offlane from the NA quals.
I like the offlane Kunkka, right? You just go the pipe, whatever builds you kind of want. You get tanky.
Yeah.
You still do shit because
yeah,
you're Kunkka.
Well, if you get pipe at a good time, pipe plus rum, suddenly none of these three heroes on Liquid are doing any damage to your team.
They have so much catch in team fight between Coddle and Kunkka.
Yeah. Even Alk's stun like later in the game. If you have mana.
Yeah. And also, I mean, good luck at any point pushing with the Eidolons, right?
I think
Tidebringer, Acid Spray, Bat. They're going to die every single time on them.
So sustain versus sustain, I guess. You want to be able to stand there and fight with this Alchemist Kunkka keeper.
You have to have a way to protect your Leshrac. Because that's a Leshrac core, right? When they have an
100%.
Yeah. It's. I think you're right with the safe lane.
It could be Quake.
I think it's going to be
It's either safe lane or middle, which makes it pretty important.
Yeah.
They do.
I mean, they're getting all the heroes that sort of been banned in most games.
Arteezy, Elk, Abed, Invoker. It could be a crit Invoker, obviously. It could be a crit Kunkka for all we know. He plays both.
True.
Obviously.
Yeah. I mean, that's the scary bit about playing against crit when you see these heroes. You don't know where it's going to go.
They don't have last picks, so they might just be picking.
I think that's just Abed's here. I mean, it's the Abed Invoker. We saw the
I think
Adroit Bandit permanently.
Well, that's you're happy if that's just Abed Invoker, Ramsey's Kunkka, Arteezy Alchemist. You're feeling pretty comfortable as EG. Yeah. Sort of regardless of what Liquid pick, I think, because these are just sort of three of the heroes that most of the time EG they wouldn't even get like two of these heroes together. In this game, they've got all three of these heroes.
I think the only way you could have like the versatility of lane swapping here and not like showing away is maybe like Lina. You play Lina 4 with Kunkka, and then you could potentially make it Lina mid and crit Invoker instead. But I think like Quaswex Invoker is so good versus Omni Knight. It's going to be good versus Enigma and Leshrac too. So
a lot of long range disable. Like this Crystal Maiden, like you actually, I mean, she's not just there for mana. Like her ulti is a pretty big deal. And they have a lot of ways to cancel it from a long ways away. Who do you ban last?
From EG?
Is it an actual like hard carry? Leshrac might be the carry, but like who's
I think you got to ban a Quake for hero, surely. I mean, do you need to ban? Well, OD's still there, right?
Yeah.
Isn't OD just great because it's these Kunkka Alks you're going to be able to hit a load of times? Or is there a reason why OD's not good here? Do you just get trashed in lane by Invoker? Like, what's the problem?
I mean, you have to go early BKB versus Coddle Invoker.
Sure.
And that kind of sucks on an OD.
But then when you do get that, yeah, you're going to be racking up the int pretty nicely in the fights, right?
I think that's
and it's
not bad.
It's a strong.
And it's a carry.
It's a strong one for Quaifa.
OD Omni's really powerful duo. They also have they both have save mechanisms against the Kunkka boat.
And look, you ban Pugna and Sky, right? These are two heroes that can sort of cause issues for an OD early on, right?
Yeah.
100%.
There are also issues that cause problems for Leshrac, so it might just be them protecting that.
And that's what they're assuming the Koi for Lesh, banning out a hero.
Hey!
This one...
That's looking like a 4 Vengeful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was going to say, I was still looking for EG to have at least something against the BKB Black Hole. Now they do, right? And this is probably one of the best ways one wants to do it, right? It's pretty easy to... Like, you're going to cancel... If you're alive, and if you get an axe, even if you're dead... Yep. You're going to be able to cancel that black hole.
You are. And, I mean,
he should have BKB and Lincolns just to get off black hole. That's not going to feel great.
That's a lot of commitment.
Also, they have even more catch. I think if you're Liquid, you have to hit the early game. Like, you have to make sure you're better than them in team fights because they have so much catch. They also have an Alk lineup.
So who do you think? What should they go for? Is OD too slow?
I feel like OD's going to be with this vengeance stuff. There's so much. Like your positioning is going to be so hard.
What's a good if they run mid Lesh? What's a good safe lane hero against?
Can they go Drow? Try and fully run him over.
I don't like Drow here because it's against Venge. You have Quaswex Invoker. You have damage reduction of Kunkka. I don't like any of them.
Yeah. They go TA. All right. So it is the carry Leshrac, and well, you said. I mean, it's a fast-paced hero. They know they
want to go fast. Yeah.
They didn't have a Roche Taker before. That actually is like really important for them, because if you have to play the tempo, playing the tempo game is a lot easier when you have Roche taking, because Roche taking with the Aegis gives you the overwhelming advantage to allow you to continue to take objectives. It's also how you break high ground.
Sure.
How you break a tier 3.
And I guess it's also one of those mids we were talking about earlier that can really make the most of being on the Radiant side, right? With sort of the access to Ancients, hit the 6 stackable capabilities.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things, and it's a quite for TA. You know, it's one of those heroes that he will always find the farm on, unless he gets utterly dumpstered at the start. Even then, he's got recovery methods to go for as a TA.
It beats Invoker mid, right?
Yeah, it does.
So
I mean, obviously, it could be a player
advantage.
thing. Abed, one of the best invokers in the world, maybe has something up his sleeve. But it sounded like before that TA pick, you guys were kind of leaning EG. Did this TA pick maybe move it either way?
I feel you still got to lean EG. You look at the heroes. I mean, at the least the 3 cores up, but then you add into that the Venge, which makes a lot of sense for the reasons we mentioned. And a first pick Kotl. I think this is a very scary lineup from EG. Liquid, they've let them have it. So they obviously feel that they sort of want EG to fall into their own trap of going for sort of their comfort, like, hey, well, we're going to have 3 cores that are going to be all incredibly farmed come 30 minute, but you know, Liquid's like, well, we're going to run you over before that happens. But I think it's a hard try, and it's something that we saw Adroit try against EG in their game 1.
Play path, let's go.
It didn't work out. So we'll see. Obviously, Liquid, I certainly would say they are a better team than Adroit, but I still feel that this is going to be a real test for Liquid.
My biggest concern is that Enigma, Omni Knight are like too slow for your 4 position and your 3 position to be able to punish this Alk pick.
Then we're back into the game, baby. Let's go.
I really don't know science. I want to say Alan Turing, but I'm pretty sure he just invented the
Turing
phone.
test.
Is it?
No,
It
you're
is.
Okay.
I was right. Hey, there we go.
Right.
Look
Good
it up
call.
and
There we go.
don't
Alan
explain
Turing.
it to me and have a conversation.
Well, no, we won't explain it to you because we're going to test you later, and we don't want you cheating it.
That's what I mean.
Mr. Robot. I'm on to you, Grant.
I wish I was a robot. If you have a pacemaker, you're like half a robot, right? I guess.
I mean, that's how it begins.
Yep.
An android.
God, I'll always go back. iRobot was before its time. I'll say it. Will Smith knew what was coming. He tried to warn us. So is this going to be a full-on...
So that's what you meant by ahead of its time. I thought you meant the movie itself was ahead of its time.
No.
You mean the concept is
Yes.
ahead of its time.
Much ahead of its time. So is this going to be...
Wait. Real quickly, do you think Will Smith is a good actor?
I think he was a much better
He's a good actor. What do you
TV
mean? He's
actor
good.
than a movie actor. I thought
Hello.
Fresh Prince was actually
You guys got to hate on Will
Fresh
Smith.
Prince, he was
I'm not.
actually a great actor there.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me that question. I was like, oh, well, of course Will Smith's a good actor. And then somebody pointed out to me, well, he just plays Will Smith. Like, he plays the same character.
Yeah, but how do we know
most
that
of
that's
it,
what he's
right?
actually like? Maybe behind closed doors,
The
he's
only-
a horrible person.
Maybe. But the
And this
only
is a
the only
beautiful
exception to that was the Happiness movie, Pursuit of Happiness, or whatever that movie was.
I'm not
Wasn't
sure.
there a-
I thought
like,
he was a really good actor
About like
in that,
40
from what
pounds
I
or
remember.
whatever. At 7 pounds, wasn't that one different too? But
Maybe it was.
we're into the game. Abed actually gets a very good block, so it'll be on his, and they actually switch it up. And it looks like, yeah, they get the Omni Knight against the Kunkka, so Liquid getting the good lane swaps, it seems. Because as you said, they don't want the Omni versus the Alk, right? That just means full Alk free farm.
Yes, that is my hypothesis.
Okay. And it seems that's what they wanted, because no one's rotating. It will be a tri-lane bottom for now, at least. And oh, they're pinging that. Oh, the range creep doesn't get denied down here.
Good play. Sania securing the range creeps with Crystal Nova.
Yeah, this is fine for them, right? They're just farming 2v3. Meanwhile, Taiga, he's just full-on jungling right now.
Yeah. I mean, this is what we're talking about with the setup from these hero picks. You're going to end up with the game where the Enigma can have this space. He's going to be over here, and he's going to be uninterrupted. No one's going to want to really leave this bottom lane to go and sort of force him out of the jungle. He's just going to be allowed to do this.
And it's very weird, because we've been seeing mostly these 2-on-2 matchups, but oh, Insania pops the healing salve, going to be okay. This is the first time we've seen a tri-lane, no rotation out. They just want to get out his farm, it seems. They know this is the hero.
Nice sticking to it. If they get all these pulls across, they're going to be able to get a lot. And
Insania.
Insania, it's got a fairy fire. It's done
Oh
out as
my
well. And in fact,
God.
Mickey He's able to set up for the first blood themselves as Insania is allowed to walk out alive.
Dude, I just forgot how low that Coddle's HP only 500 HP, 1 stun coming out from that Leshrac just melts him. And a great job by Liquid. That's a 3v2 kill for the 2 side.
And Crystal Nova's insane amount of damage. 130 damage in an AoE.
Yep.
That's pretty tough to beat.
Movement and attack slow. And so it will be an early lead here for Liquid. Well, I lied. EG's actually up in gold, but an early kill lead for Liquid. And this middle lane is 8-1.
Yeah, I've been watching it.
Versus
Abed's
9-6.
bodying Koifa. It all started with the block.
Yeah, the block was. I saw that. I didn't realize it'd be. And look at he gets that range creep.
Because it turns into a double wave pushing into Koifa's tower, so he misses a lot of CS because of that. And then Abed's just been doing little things really well. He's used both Tornado and Cold Snap to secure CS for himself. Like Koifa halfway through a deny gets Cold Snapped and Abed snipes it away from him. Or he Tornadoes to make sure he kills the range creep. Like just little stuff like that, Abed's doing really well.
Yeah, because I guess each of those individual spells have fairly long cooldowns early on, but when you know how to use each of them in every sense, you're going to have a lot of, like each wave you'll have something to mess up the CS.
The problem is he does use that chicken. He didn't bring out any regen.
Look
He
at
brought
this
out
top
some
lane,
blade
Boxy.
attack. Will he get him?
He's just going to run him down and kill him underneath the tower. There's no help for Ramses. As Boxy gets the kill, and he is going to take the free trip back home.
So gives Ramses gold, but bottom lane, Crit ends up killing Insania, and we got some action in all the lanes now. But still, Boxy, super happy with what happened top. You get the experience, you get more gold from that, and you're just looking good. Meanwhile, this Enigma is level 4. Straight up jungling, level 4 before 4 minutes in. Jungling's back, baby.
For Enigma only.
Yes.
Nobody else.
Well, you shouldn't tell that. You can jungle with anyone you want.
You
Don't
have-
get
no,
great game.
no.
You haven't seen my Sven jungle.
Yeah, once you see that, Kev, you'll be good bottom lane. Stun is going to be missed by Mickey, and now doing a little bit of rundown, but that's going to be it. Do you like this in a tri-lane as Keeper of the Light? Are you supposed to go Illuminate? No points in the Blinding Light. I guess I just haven't really seen a tri-lane Coddle. Man, top.
He's going to run him down again.
He is.
He's
This
dead.
should just be a kill. There's going to be the hill. Yeah, easy.
Boxy. I mean, he has these games where he just pops off, and so far, so good. 2 solo kills for Boxy.
You know, you're talking about like how you felt like Mickey wasn't having that great of a start of a season. I felt like Boxy was really questionable for a lot of the start of the season. He just was like, he always looked like if he wasn't given a good lane.
Bly is just
Bly's
dying to
dead.
Eidolons.
Yeah,
He's actually just dead.
He just walked past them.
Weird.
Hit him with the
He did
sword.
not respect the Eidolons there.
No. And guess what? Now it's a 4-2 kill lead. They finally have the gold lead on their side. Abed still doing amazingly middle, but I guess the real question is, this Alchemist is still the highest. Yes, there's going to be a stun going down bottom. A stun right back.
Mickey's falling low, though.
He is. 2 more attacks by Crit, but we'll only get 1 off.
So hard to fight under Acid Spray.
Especially with Wave of Terror, right? So they got
Yeah.
insane amounts of minus armor.
It's the damage over time mixed with minus armor. It's physical damage. Any punches that you're getting from these heroes do like twice as much damage because you're sitting deeply in the negatives.
Did you see that as well? That BM. Boxy pausing the game and saying it was his keyboard. He just solo killed him twice. He hasn't even got his keyboard plugged in, Grant.
He doesn't.
Hey, now he's plugged it in.
And Crit, he takes advantage of it and just chases down Mickey in the bottom lane. That was odd. He just gets a solo kill with that level 2 stun. Oh, and we have a possible rotation coming out from Ramses. He is only level 5. Not really sure what he can do here, but we'll find out.
Yeah, he has to lead with Torrent because he only has level 1x.
Yeah. And he will not hit it. And
No.
yeah, it's a rough rotation. Yeah, all of a sudden this Enigma's level 5.5 top, Boxy's level 6.5, and this top lane, it's definitely spiraled out of control for EG.
This is the most Boxy thing ever. You know, just to like get a 1v1 and dominate it.
Well,
Just
Tiger
keep
could be in
on
trouble,
running
though.
at him.
Because Ramses, he did pick up a DD on his way back up top. Set up there into the torrent.
Wow.
And there you go. Ramses able to find a tasty kill to sort of get him back on track after
Ooh, Boxy
a rough
rotated
lane.
bottom.
There's going to be a freeze. Crit getting body blocked. Please, Boxy wants to catch up. Level 2 Degen Aura, Orb of Venom, and Phase Boots, but They might just farm the stack up instead. 2 stacks.
Okay.
They can't really do it. They know it's there, though. And, I mean, Arteezy has to know something's up. Yeah, he's going to TP. Will he make it? It's a low cast range. He gets it off. Is this going to be a kill now? Arteezy in a little bit of trouble. There is a level 3 heal. Crits here, though. He's going to throw out the stun, and he doesn't quite get off the
He's
Heavenly
going for
Grace
it.
early.
Oh my God, Boxy, no.
He wanted that.
If he dies here, that could be big. But a weird TP by Fly a little bit far back, and looks to be okay. Maybe not. This stun from Crit.
No, you could turn. You
He's-
could turn to purify him. Oh.
One attack isn't enough. He's going to get the heal. Ooh.
I think that was a really big mistake because stopping the TP, if they had just guarded that triangle area, just forcing Artur to like run all the way around, it already killed enough of his farm.
Yeah.
If they could have used Boxy and Insania to like clear some of those stacks or something, it would have been great. But
And now you see Arteezy. He's abusing the jungle elsewhere. He's just hiding. Look at that gold stack up. I'll hit this shrine.
this is really bad because Boxy was doing the best on Team Liquid, and you just kind of lost all that
Full
momentum
wasted.
with a failed rotation like that.
And oh my goodness, he got 2 golem spawns as an alchemist.
That's yeah.
Oh, there's the black
The tornado.
hole. Nicely done. It cancels. There's going to be the boat giving that damage reduction. Taiga has no mana, gets cleave, but they can't chase down this kill. Instead, they might look for Mickey, but it's a 2v3. In comes Crit. Not really any mana. He eats a mango. Now he's got a little bit of mana, but they're just going to hit up that shrine. It's going to be a pure value shrine. Will be an arcane rune bottom for Boxy. He's going to go look. Still see that all the stacks are there and know that Arteezy moved to the other jungle already.
And that's interesting as well. You look at what Tiger's got queued up. He wants to get the blink first, so he does want to try and make plays happen rather than sort of building up for the good old push with the utility items. Do you sort of like the idea here of just getting a blink maybe so quick that the Venge isn't quite there with the 6? Or I don't, what's the thought process on this?
I think the Venge 6 isn't that. I think it's the level 2 Venge ulti, right?
Okay.
Like the level
So the one
1
is that
ulti,
you're not-
yeah. I don't
the reach
like
isn't
it,
there.
though. 'Cause, right,
I mean,
the blink,
they have
don't-
5 heroes that can
Yeah.
cancel Black
That's-
Hole
That's what I
pretty
mean.
easily.
I do not like the blink first.
Maybe he'll
that's not
change
for
it.
me.
Maybe he'll change it. Maybe this is just a dream. As Enigma, you want to go for the flashy plays, but he knows
Oh, yeah.
and he'll buy into something a little more orthodox for the early game pushes that you'd imagine Liquid will try for.
Well, I love it. Fly, he just protects the tower. 3v1 top. They want to push it, but even with level 1 Coddle Blast, you just keep it down. And it is a free farming Quakefa middle now. He has passed the Invoker by quite a bit. And obviously, you've seen Invoker rotate a few times, but it's going to be on this TA. Just keep it up. Keep farming. Get your Deso. It's going to be a boat coming in top. Hits on the Crystal Maiden. More TPs. This is going to be an easy kill on Sanya. Yeah, it is.
They're just getting active. Abed getting the earn charges. Always ready to make a play. So, despite the fact that Liquid themselves are the ones to sort of push issues, EG's always responding.
We're going to see. Won't even get the rune. All right. Looked like Ramses was pretty scared to go in there, but we do see Crit. He kind of sneaks around and steals that rune from Boxy. But now Crit could just be in trouble. He literally could just get run down here.
Boxy's pissed.
He is Soul Ring up in 2. That will be the kill. And there it is. As simple as that. Boxy continues his domination. Level 9.
I think he needs to help his team, though.
Oh, yeah. 'Cause Mickey's dead. Goodbye. Tornado into the air. Will it be enough to kill? No, he'll come down, and Ramses will take that kill. Less than 1,000 gold lead. Obviously, an Alchemist on EG's side.
Like, I think you need to push out this bottom lane as the Omni Knight and then TP up to top to join your Leshrac and hitting that safe lane tower.
Quakefa does get a pretty... I mean, this middle tower is nice, right? You can invade Alk's jungle a little bit easier now. They're going to come in, though. What's up, Insania? Quakefa's going to lay a trap. Will it be enough? He throws out the tornado. Is that enough damage? It is. Crystal Main goes down. And now they're going to try to turn on TA. Do they have a swap? They do not. Well, they do. Didn't want to use it, though.
Be careful giving up these kills. We're starting to see Abed just dance around the map
Yeah.
with these combos, and some fantastic setup, of course, is always there for him.
Are they defending this bottom tier 1 tower? They do have the glyph. Siege unit will be going down if he doesn't tank up. Yeah, Boxy. Well, I'm curious. They have a glyph. They'll use it. It's free. Boxy will run away. The siege unit, though, will go down. Will it get that last hit off? It did. And they want to swap it back.
Finish the tower, Boxy.
He
You're
thought
dead
about
anyway.
it. Yeah, he's just dead. Here comes the boat as well. They've got it. No more mana. He's going for it now, but there's another tornado, and Abed doesn't get the kill at the heal. Oh my goodness. They finally bring him down and deny.
He forced all those heroes to bottom lane, which means Mickey should be able to take top tower.
What was that? Taiga's still just farming. He does have the blink queued up. We'll know in 100 gold if he truly wants to go.
Is he going to commit? Yeah.
Is that his dream? The blink?
I mean, what argument could you see this game for him going for the blink? In fact, the blink into the BKB. He does want to play with this black hole. He's not building for the team in terms of those auras.
I legit don't know. Because you have a torrent to cancel. You have a coddle ulti. I legit do not know. I can't tell you.
Maybe he should eat the 5-man black hole. That's the answer to all those problems.
True.
If he gets it.
Well, we are just going to see bottom lane some TVs coming in from Crystal.
I mean, he's coming in with the smoke. See what they can grab from this, but EG, they're playing wise to this. They're out of it. In fact, Mickey, he has been left alone top whilst the rest of Liquid try to make that move down bottom, so he will fall. And EG backing themselves away from that bottom lane, meaning that smoke and potential blink reveal from Taiga will not get them a kill, at least straight up. I say that, you have Ramsey stepping back down into the lane, and they'll punish that. Taiga's in, will commit with the black hole. As Ramsey's is locked down, he's pretty tanky. Not tanky enough, though. They'll take down the Kunkka. The blink dagger revealed, and they do get a kill off the back of it.
Yep, I like it. He was very close to getting the boat off. You saw him raise his hand. If he got it off before the hole, he probably lives there, but they do a nice job. Chain the stuns and get the kill.
They're going to have Desolator soon on Koifa, which could mean a very fast Roshan for Team Liquid. I like the pace they're keeping. I do feel like EG is reading them really well when it comes to their rotations, like how they backed out of bottom and picked off Mickey at top lane just now. I feel like that's happened 2 or 3 times in this game where they've just read where Liquid wants to play. They're playing away from the Omni Knight.
I mean,
very nice.
How scary to you at the moment does this Alk farm look? Like, you're looking at this Alk and going, okay, he's had his start that he wanted.
It's scary.
You think this is pretty scary?
I think it's pretty scary, especially he's going second item heart. It's pretty scary.
Yeah,
pretty much
like a, what,
unkillable.
11-minute radiance or something?
Yeah.
They had so many stacks for him. And I feel like they did not put enough effort in stopping that.
Well, Abed,
Big
this
kill,
is a nice
big kill.
Yeah, wow.
Didn't expect the sentry lane, just as it was about to expire as well.
Can we Rosh with that? We have Desolator. We can Rosh.
Looks like Koifa is logging in there. Invisorin was there, but he's just going to meld and wait for his team to get in here.
Yeah, wait for the double meld stack. So that's minus 16 armor plus another minus 7. That's
2
minus
armor.
23 armor.
And flies over here, but it might be too slow. I think this might just go down for free.
So yeah, the timing is scary, but I legit think that Liquid is doing very good job keeping the pace up on this game. And they may actually be able to kill Arteezy here.
He does have fly there.
Never
Is
mind.
he to throw the ult? You always forget about the coddle cap. And Hero can do a lot of stuff when no BKBs are here.
That and both Koifa and Mickey backed off to their jungle areas. So, did they steal the bounty away? They did. Taiga, good job there, taking the bounty rune away from the Alchemist.
Yep. 2 for 2 instead of that 3 for 1. It is a little bit of a gold lead for EG, as you see Arteezy at the top of the net worth chart by quite a bit. So if you take away like how much he's ahead, it's like a 4K lead right now for Radiant.
Yeah, I mean, you look at some of the heroes, right? Abed, for all the moves he's been making around the map, he's fallen behind on the gold.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me that he's going straight heart. Maybe it's because it's such mixed damage between Leshrak's magic damage, but the TA's heavy physical. That he doesn't feel good about like BKB plus an armor item. That he just wants just raw HP. But then he's matching into Midnight Pulse. But
Ooh, and here's
Going for a bit of a bait here with Arteezy.
They have to know something's up. They're like, oh, Arteezy's farming pretty far away by himself, and no one's on the map. They're just going to run uphill. He is melded up there. Let's see what they want to do.
But the ult here, EG, they've got the focus. There's the Will-O-Wisp down, surrounding the 2 of them, grabs them in. Quite for down a mana, swap back. He'll be the focus of the boat, flies through, straight down onto the head of the TA. They've killed him off once. Mickey's trying to get as much damage out as he can, but they've lost both the backup.
Black hole.
Tiger! It's a great blink, but there's the counter. Abed straight away with the tornado, puts a stop to it as Liquid will all fall.
I mean, they got that heart, and RTZ marched up so confidently, you could see why.
Yeah.
It wasn't even close.
And this is sort of the problem you're worried about with that Blink purchase on the Enigma. Any team fight, you're not going to get the black hole off. If you do not catch everyone, that black hole's going to be put to a stop.
Dude,
and honestly, now it feels like the game's almost over.
Yeah, it really does, because this Alchemist is gonna snowball, right? They do need to get this mid tower, maybe get some wards, but that's hard. Arteezy's just gonna farm, and dude, look at how many Spear Vessel charges Invoke rating. He had 1 earn charge, and now he wins a fight, gets a full Spear Vessel, and he just has 6 charges. He's good for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and sure, he's down in farm, but he knows the game's on the back of Arteezy, and EG's going to be feeling fine with that. He doesn't need to sort of be in the top 3 net worth to have an impact this game, I bet, as we saw just then. Just sitting on the side, throwing out a tornado, that can do it for the team fight. That's all he needs to make happen.
Save the out. Yeah.
I think Taiga has to be in these fights, by the way. He can't play the edges and wait for the perfect Blink black hole. He's got to get Midnight Pulse down and keep a hero stunned with Malphite. I think that's more important than a 1-second black hole,
Yeah. I agree. I mean, it's because the out can't fight in it, right? So if you're fighting at that choke point, if he just has the Midnight Pulse on that hill, I think it becomes a lot harder for people to just run through it.
Yeah. They also need to be, like, actually grouped up more.
Yeah. As you said, that was kind of a weird, like, 3 of them were ready for that fight. The other 2 were still coming.
Yeah.
And yeah, you don't want to take a negative fight against a Heart Radiance Alk who has a full AC and 1,000 gold.
It's those item timings for Arteezy do continue to impress. Just 18 minutes in.
Bit of bad luck on the Observer Ward as well. Where that fight was, if you check out that Observer Ward and the 2 sentries that are surrounding it.
Oh,
it's like
that's nuts. That's actually crazy.
Like perfectly. Just that one little corner is gone.
Now this might be a tier 2, but they're going for a tier 2 themselves. Mickey shredding down that tower with Edict down bottom.
So when you say like it feels like the game's like almost over, it's just we know the Alchemist is now out of control. He's gonna get all his items. So now Liquid have to fall back on Plan B. You don't like Plan B, but Plan B is okay. All of our heroes do scale relatively well. We can hit a really nice mid-game timing still. We just won't be able to stop the out. Now we have to be the ones to weather the storm.
And you're about to lose your base because he has picked up an AC, and you have an Alacrity'd Alk, and where the hell did that tier 3 go? It's 19 minutes in. What can they do, though?
Mickey steps forward, nearly straight up dies. X-Mark is there from Ramsey, drags him back into the concoction. They have to pop the GA to keep Mickey safe, and it will do so. EG back off for now. There's the jump forward from Tiger. Now they'll turn. In fact, Mickey, he stepped incredibly far forward here. He tried to go back in on hardly any HP at all. The Lesh will die. Mickey has to buy back if they want to try and keep this fight going. Boxy stepping forward, but he's in underneath the Will-O-Wisp. He's trying to get this fight going back in their favor, but they turn. And that's another core dead. Boxy just falls on the front of the fight. And they're just throwing cores at EG now, and it's not doing anything.
That was a strange death by Boxy. It looked like he was trying to get to the TA, but
he was just running in alone. He didn't have GA. He just ran into the fight with them, and I mean, those sort of plays almost feels like Liquid themselves are throwing in the towel.
Yeah, I would say this is another thing. Like, as any sort of Dota player, exit as a team. EG, they wanted to back there. They didn't just leave though, right? They left as a 5-man group. The Coddle gets a nice ulti off because of it. If you just TP out 1 by 1, EG probably just ends up dying there, but because they leave as a 5-man unit, they're okay. Don't leave your teammates.
The Liquid, I'm not sure. I just don't agree with a lot of the itemization in this game. We all disagree with the Blink Dagger. That's pretty questionable. I also kind of disagree with Boxy's build. I don't think Force Staff is super effective in this game. Like, it's okay. It's never going to be bad. Force Staff's always a good item. But I personally feel like they needed a medallion. They needed not just, like, the extra Roshan pressure is great, but they needed to turbo amp up this Templar Assassin and make her strong enough to, like, chunk down Alchemist.
And because you could have, like, if you go back, this game, you know, the start the box you have, right, like, he had the potential to sort of take the game in his hands and say, hey, look, I had a fantastic lane. I'm crushing Ramses. And then it all sort of fell apart for him.
And it looks like he's going 4th item Ags on Arteezy. Wait up. They want to find this kill. There is no Aegis, but
yeah, you see Tiger jump in. He has the black hole, but he knows that he can't use it.
Koifa's trying to like assassinate Fly or something in the back lines. But all this armor doesn't like he's not effective against Arteezy anymore.
At all. Dude, is he actually? Oh no, it looks like he's gonna buy an Octarine. No, he's buying a full Shivas on Arteezy. My bad. Switching it up a lot.
I mean, good luck as the TA at that point. I mean, as anything, right, in terms of hitting this hero, Arteezy is he's too many items ahead right now.
You see his Leshrac. I mean, this is the carry, right? This is Mickey. He's got a Yules. He's very close to the BKB with the Kaya. I mean, he will do damage if he can get in the middle, but we haven't seen a Leshrac just, like, run in the middle, right? Like, without that BKB, you can't really.
No, it's pretty much impossible against this lineup of EG, and especially considering how the game is looking right now. With the lead that they have, 22 minutes in, 17-9, 11 KM. Nearly in entire map control, as it seems.
You see that the experience difference actually starting to go the way of Liquid, but it feels like when you've lost 2 tier 3s and they're pushing at your base without an Aegis, it's pretty tough.
I mean, let's see them get the Alk off their racks.
He hasn't even popped his ulti even though it's up. He will now.
They're jumping, but with that heart, he's just got so much health to work with. A drag Tiger back. 4-star does manage to get him out of the reach of the boat. Starting to push them back a little bit. EG still doing their best to hit onto the racks with Arteezy at the front and Alacrity used to ensure the range racks. They won't stick around for the melee racks quite yet, as the Chemical Rage does come to an end. Right. I think, EG not feeling really under too much pressure with the lead that they have right now.
Yep, they know that pretty much the Radiant right now can only be farming. I mean, they're trying to farm elsewhere. The TA's just farming the triangle, but they're pretty much stuck the triangle in their base.
Yeah, at best, like, mid-game might be able to run down some lanes.
And also the hardest part, they have a ward in their base from the Dire, and I mean, if your tower's down, you should definitely be countering this. For sure. Just having a ward in your base. I mean, it gives so much information. Oh, someone's leaving the top lane. I wonder where they're going, obviously, to the triangle. It's tough. EG ahead 11K with this. Obviously, all of the farms on the Alchemist, but the Alchemist is at that point where it is almost impossible to kill him.
And I think that so far, these sort of games a testament why you see teams like Adroit turn up against EG. They ban out that first phase every time because I think arguably our EG is... They're just one of the best teams at playing around the Alk's timings. They know exactly how to execute a game with an Alk on their lineup.
Liquid have a chance here. They have 2 BKB, 10-second BKBs. They can get to this road. They need to get into it so fast, though. Holy crap.
Arteezy's actually kind of baiting it out. This is going to be real weird. They look for crit.
I mean, commitment here from Koifa on the side is saying it does pop the ult. Rum's going to be out over onto Arteezy, buffing him up. BKB now popped by Mickey. The black hole is there. Does suck in the two of them, but there's the swap back. Cancel the backup, but already Ramses and Arteezy put that incredibly low with these BKBs. Liquid, they'll kill off the 2 cores. They're now into the pit, looking to finish it off.
Abed's going to try and do some
he's
stylish bullshit.
He's trying for a snipe, but the sentries are down. Abed may have just walked into his own death. He's rooted up. They'll lose Abed as well. Liquid will strike back hard and get the Roche and Aegis for themselves.
Wow. That changes it from like almost 100% win for EG. They get that Aegis. You allow Alk to do that. That's a huge team fight. And
that was the turnaround exactly when it was needed for Liquid.
Dude, and Arteezy,
holding them in the game there.
Yeah, he casted his ult to try to kill Roche, and at the end of that fight, he wasn't even in a Chemical Rage anymore. He's just a normal Alchemist dying to a Midnight Pulse.
I mean, yeah, they were on top of the Midnight Pulse for almost the full duration. Thanks to all of that. I mean, again, the perfect timing of picking up both your BKBs, just being able to get into Roshan right as it's about to get to that like critical point where EG's not sure if they fully commit for the Roshan to try and burst it down. Do they try and back off? And then I think in any of those situations, is you as the team that has wrestled control over the Roshan pit away, don't always burst down Roche. I love the fact that Koifa actually took it a little bit slower. Yep. Once Abed tried to like just kind of dive in, he's like, all right, whatever, you run in here. Roshan's healthy enough, you're not going to kill it. I'm the one who's the physical damage healer, not you. They get the Abed kill on top of that. Now he's level 20, so they've got even more armor rejection. Oh, Boxy, though. He does have Force Staff. Get over. No. There's no way.
I mean, it's 5 heroes. He just got eaten alive.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what they do. You just take this tier 2 middle, and then I wonder where you go from there. I know Sarteezy, he's had an open item slot with that Helm of Iron. Well, if you don't want the 5 armor, that's on you. But I don't know. It's actually been like this for 3 minutes. I'm actually just getting angry now. I do like how he swatched up. He was going for a nullifier, and he's like, well, I kind of got locked down there. I might as well just get a BKB, because why the hell not? And it looks like they're still not that scared.
It's a little greedy for going for hard double armor items and still no BKB.
Okay, this fight, they of course won't have the black hole. Not quite back up yet. They do have the BKBs ready to pop again, of course, and that Aegis and G's. So still a little scary for EG to overcommit. They just go for the easy racks again, just taking a ranged. Backing off. And Liquid, they want to strike back. Now with this Aegis and G's, see what they can catch here with this smoke.
This is good timing. 10 seconds for Enigma's ulti. He'll have it by the end of this if they start a fight.
Gonna jump. Looking for Tor.
No way.
They all got out. Big. That's the worst. They saw the Venge, so they moved over to Venge, and when they don't get her, they're just out of position to get the others. Feels bad for that smoke from Liquid.
What was he building? Helm of Iron.
Oh,
nice pick.
The nullifier.
Oh, right.
And Abed, is he just dead? He is. Seems to be the end of the fight, though.
It's hard to chase.
Mickey's trying to go for more, but the BKB's worn off.
It's hard to chase. Okay, Boxy's here. You're all good. You're all good.
Nice play.
Mike's got to remember that his team, when the Will-O-Wisp is up, his team cannot chase very well.
Yeah.
Because there's this giant ball of light blocking their way.
I mean, not only that, right? He's at 507 move speed. He just can push a lot quicker than the rest of his team.
Yeah, that's true.
He's just moving. All right, so it's a 7K lead. I mean, Liquid has slowly, knocked it down. They did lose another range rack, so they've lost range rack bottom and top.
But yeah, all melee racks still
holding.
there. And
Exactly.
especially considering the large lead that EG did have in gold, but obviously a lot of it, well, the majority of it on the Alchemist. Still Liquid being able to hold them back from losing the major structures inside the base.
Okay, so he's almost got the trio of items you need.
The Lincoln.
Link, BKB, and now he's going for Lincoln's. But Lincoln's doesn't even stop Venge.
Because there's two
Because you have
charges.
2 swaps. And there was a bug. I'm not sure if it's still that way. There was a bug where if you swap a Lincoln's, you keep your charge.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a real thing.
That's a feature.
That was broken in Dota. I hope it's not still that way.
Well, I guess we'll find out
I
shortly.
mean, either way, it's like all the same, right? You're gonna have 2 charges for this guy. So now somebody else has to build the Lincolns and use the activated on Enigma, and then he can get the full BKB black hole.
Yeah. I could see Omni doing it after Solar Crest. Who knows? Who knows? Solar Crest for the Kunkka coming up shortly. I mean, is EG just waiting for this Aegis and then just going to push base? It doesn't feel like they need the Aegis themselves. They just have to play a little more careful. I think with this BKB from Arteezy, they might be a little more aggressive.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, he could just BKB hit the racks. There's not too much that he's going to be worried about bursting in that situation.
I mean, their lineup is cool because it all busts up the Alchemist. Right, you've got Alacrity, you've got Rum, you've got Crit giving both Wave of Terror as well as Nether Swap to be able to reset a fight to allow the Alchemist regen to kick in. But it does mean you're very single core, and when they lose their Alchemist, then Liquid knows they can just play really aggressively and run over the rest of EG. Because you look at the Kunkka, right? He's built entirely for teamfight, as you should with offlane Kunkka. Lotusaur Pipe, Solar Crest.
Abed, I mean, he's got the Ags now, but still low level. Only level 17 at 31 minutes in as this middle invoker. TA, almost 23. When you get that 25, all of a sudden the game changes again. You get this meld bash hit. You can actually control them. It's scary. I feel if this TA does get 25 and then in a decent time, EG, they got to push. Like I think they are in a window now, almost.
MKB and level 25 would be massive for Koifa.
We'll see. I mean, if he gets it, yeah. And he should be able to, because EG's playing this very slow. They're scared to push uphill. Roshan may respawn in a minute 30. We might be waiting for that. Cast range up on fly now. And here's a smoke. We've seen a few. The last 2 smokes EG has done, they just run down middle and hope to find someone. And smoke number 3 will be no different.
Let's see if they can get coming into the jungle where they may just find Tiger, but Tiger very quick with the blink. Will-O-Wisp will be dropped. BKB and TP
Swap.
out will not get him to safety. Swaps there. Tiger down.
God, he is not tanky either. He just gets chunked once even with BKB. And now he's going to have to commit buyback or you're losing almost your entire base.
And what if he buybacks? He'll have a black hole, but he won't have a BKB.
It's true. This is actually super hard for them right now. There's the glyph.
Force that out.
All right, you got NKB TA coming from behind.
Let's see. Still no melt bash hit, but
See if Quaifa can get the quick kills to start things off.
he melts him, yeah. I mean, there's no Coddle ulti as well either. Yeah, on the backside he does go in. Oh, he's in trouble, though. It looks like maybe not.
They are going to have the BKB now pop by Quaifa. GA as well, backing him up. They're trying to surround Artur and Ramses. Ramses getting the boat buff on the all of them. They get the swap back, trying to get Boxy back closer towards the rest of the team of EG. Crit looking for the setup into the torrent. Boxy now out of mana. Arteezy is trying to get on top. Concoction cooking up. Will be able to get it out just in time before the stun is there. Boxy did have that extra status resistance.
They really need to save him.
And not going to be able to get Boxy back to base. He's dead and does not have buyback. He's out of the game for 50.
And ulti's back up on Alchemist. This Alch's only level 20. He's actually just been 5-manning this whole time. Not that high level, but it doesn't matter.
And this time EG, they will get away with taking the big one down. The melee racks gone from the bottom lane. They'll move towards mid. Creeps are not quite there, though, in any... Okay, the bottom lane's coming in. They'll be fine. Backdoor protection is removed. Now onto a second set of racks. Still, was he just out of money on Boxy? Is that why he's not got the buyback, or is it still on cooldown?
He's a broke boy. No money.
802 gold.
And they're just going to get Mega, it looks like. Maybe not. They ping.
Chemical Rage wearing out.
Not worth risking, right? You have map control.
You've already
now.
just got so much off the back of that.
You know Roche could be up, obviously. We know it's not, but they'll check. And we know it will respawn in 10 seconds. It'll be interesting to see how quick they scout it out afterwards.
Man, it's got to
Who are you giving
be...
Aghanim Scepter to, by the way?
On who?
Is it to Coddle? It might be to Coddle.
Oh, you were selling me the Venger.
Well, Venger's already
is it
buying
just-
his own.
He's already
Almost
building
has
it, and Invoker
Maybe-
already has it.
That's
and
okay. That's
Kunkka Ags is actually bad.
Oh no, he just gives it to the bench. It is that important.
all right.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, they know they're about to close the game up.
Oh,
At least
yeah.
they feel they're like, well, sorry, Crete, you're not going to have time to farm it yourself, so take this.
I mean, as long as they can't kite Arteezy. Crit's just...
Whoa!
Oh, what are they doing here? They're going for the long wraparound. They've come for their own jungle. Swapback will be there trying to get Fly out, at least giving him a chance to throw down his spells, but they've already lost
the
one.
axe.
There's the chase down Mickey with a BKB trying to commit onto Ramses. Ramses, he's tanky, but the stun's out. Now they'll get the ult out, dragging the back in Quaifa with the BKB, still trying to commit. Tiger, who'll go for the back up, but instantly it just gets stopped. And they're able to move in. Arteezy with his own BKB can now commit. Mickey will dodge the stun, but Mickey, he's already used his own BKB. He cannot survive this surely, or maybe with the save there from Boxy, he can. Boxy will keep Mickey alive. Tiger's trying for the TP out. He's not going to get away. They'll lose two.
They
And they
caught Mickey
also have the
still.
vision for the drag back on Mickey. He will have a buyback, but again, Boxy does not have his own. Neither does Tiger. Not that it matters, was Tiger's already used the black hole and the BKB himself. They'll lose Insania. They're buying back, but it seems pretty futile right now as EG are ready to move down, close up a third and final set of racks away from Liquid.
Dude, they were not expecting the Ags on the bench either. That's just be a kill. No, looks like Quaifa might get away.
And there it is.
GG's called. And man,
EG will take game one.
I mean, it's literally impossible to run away from this lineup once you get broken in a team fight.
yeah.
Then swap, X marks the spot. Invoker, Quaswick's Invoker is really good at catching people. Cast
Keeper.
range on Keeper
I
of
just
the
think
Light.
the Will-O-Wisp
The
is-
only thing it would be worse is if they somehow had Disruptor as well in that lineup. That's the only way you could possibly make their catch even stronger.
I mean, well, so that game, it just always felt pretty much impossible for Liquid from a certain point. They had, but the only good fight they had was
The
around the
Roche.
Roche pit,
And
which
it
you
was
would
a
say,
real
if
good
anything,
fight.
was just a bit over cocky from EG in terms of going for it. That was just EG making a mistake at that time, and then they obviously. That was pretty much the only mistake EG made the whole game. Right after that, it was smooth sailing for them, sort of pushing away at the base, and each time Liquid, I'd say they pushed them away, but every time EG backed off, it was sort of on their own call. You know, EG were like, okay, we'll wait, we'll come back again.
Sure.
There was never sort of a defense where it was like, damn, Liquid's taking
Good.
some big kills.
Yeah.
They can go for an objective themselves. For the last sort of 20 minutes of that game, they couldn't get anything done on the map, Liquid.
Yeah, and I think that was the thing, right? Arteezy, he had all the armor items early, so as Cab kept saying, like, the TA was coming from behind, but there's a Glimmer Cape on the Coddle. Like, the TA actually could not pick up a single hero. He ended 2-1-2. Like, that's a bad score. You're technically positive, but this was a almost 40-minute game. You were involved in 4 kills. Like, even though you're technically a positive record,
and you're
as
a hero,
TA,
that's a killer, right?
Yes.
You are literally an assassin.
yes,
You did not assassinate much that game.
4 kills. Involved in 4 kills in a 40-minute game. I don't know. I think the Enigma pick, first of all, I was the one questioning the ALK bans when Android did it.
No,
They
you
were
say
ahead of their
that.
times. They geniuses. Ban that shit out.
Yeah.
You got to pick something more. And you can't pick an Enigma and go. I really think you picked an Enigma and went Blink first versus almost 8 disables. I really do think
I mean,
that's
what
just wrong.
did the Blink do? It got him the kill on Ramsey's bottom, which
Yes.
he probably would have got anyway without the Blink. Ramsey's was very far
Maybe.
out. Other than that, it didn't really work
He
out.
got them the Roshan fight, where he got the
okay.
2-man black
Yeah.
hole. But that was like a freak scenario.
Even
I feel
that
like.
could have
was-
maybe just walked in because they
Oh,
were
so
just
that was
kinda
a fight,
chilling.
yeah,
It was
he-
odd.
yeah.
It was just very odd because every other one got canceled. I mean, that last one, he's like, "Oh, Venge is dead. I can finally get one." Well, Venge had that hidden axe from Roshan and just swapped him with his dead
I mean, hey,
illusion
I guess
still.
that was sort of the value of him having the point booster. Because it's like we were looking, we're like, no, he wouldn't give it to the Venge because he's got a point booster. So he's just clicking on. He's like, oh, he's only got the point booster. He's
He
not
just
got the
got
axe.
it.
And I'm like, hold up,
And then he
what's
did.
going on here?
So-
So those mind level games from Crit. Very
I
smart.
just I think maybe a little bit questionable item decisions. Like I would
I agree.
like to hear what Boxy's and Taiga's thoughts
Yeah.
are on their builds for that game, but I think like draft wise was like really questionable. I mean,
I
you
agree.
gave up
They gave up some great
a
heroes
lot
to EG.
of heroes that were pretty crazy. I think the Enigma definitely opened up the ALK. That was a great choice by EG. It set them, I think, ahead in the draft from that point onwards. But then they get Coddle, then they get Kunkka. They're giving away the Abed Invoker still. Like it just felt like EG got every single
Pick they wanted.
pick that you
I mean,
could want. in
I
that
feel
sort of
like
lineup.
we've seen Adroit versus EG. I was more impressed with Adroit's drafting against EG than I have been with this game one from Liquid. I'll be honest, right?
Yeah.
So we're thinking about it. I mean, what do you want? Like Liquid, obviously they had this thing. We're gonna play a little more defensive, and then when Koikva comes online, we'll be good. Like, do you just scrap this idea and you go something completely new?
I mean,
It's
I
just such a
I
strange
just
draft.
don't think that Boxy's like a defensive offlaner.
Yeah.
Like you have to give him something that goes out and kills, right? Because think about Boxy's game in that, right? He did really well for himself.
Owned in lane.
He owned and laned. He was given a 1v1. He wins that. But what does he do with this space? He rotated bottom with that kind of questionable, like
He's just trying to
he
run
just kinda
someone
ran
down
around in
towards
the
a tier
jungle,
2 and
Didn't
not-
really do anything. Then for like the next 5 minutes after that, he's playing bottom lane while Mickey's top trying to push that
And
tower.
he's top dying.
Yeah, and Mickey's dying, and Boxy's like farming bottom. He did pressure the tower, which was nice, but like I just
Maybe
don't
Mickey
feel
could've
like
done
that's like you want to give him like out of the W save heroes, you want to give him Legion Commander. A hero that like goes out, hunts, kills, and scales off of that. Like Omni Knight, you naturally in that game, you're like I said, it was protecting the Leshrac pick, right? And that's what I felt it was for anyway. But how many times did you really see Boxy protecting his Leshrac in the first 15 minutes? You needed that Leshrac to have a good game so they could take more objectives, so they can invade the jungle, so they could take away stacks away from Alchemist and like close off the map.
Yeah, and
But-
I mean, you're on a timer, right? You have a carry Leshrac and you have a middle TA. You're on a timer, and you never really even saw the timer. Its stopwatch got smashed beforehand. I'm not sure. But that does mean that EG is currently up 1-0 against Liquid. We do need to take a very short break, but when we get back, game number 2, can Liquid take this to a game 3, or will EG say easy for NA and make it a 2-0? Stick around, and we'll find out with you.